Hello and welcome to another episode of the Happy Head Podcast. I'm your host, Paul. I think I said that right, pretty much. It's good. And today I'm joined by Frida, all the way from somewhere in Germany. Good morning, Frida. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. So good to meet you. So,
Thank you.
you've been you just came back from swimming. I'm a bit jealous, but lucky me, I will go on holiday soon. So, this will be the first thing I will do again.
Where are you going on your vacation?
Crete,
Crete. Oh,
Crete.
I love Crete. Beautiful place. Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
Not jealous at all. Not even the slightest bit jealous. But Frida's right. This morning, because I live in Folkestone, I'm literally, 10, 15 minutes walk from the sea. So it's going to be a hot day today. And I thought I'd cool off before I got too hot with a quick sea swim. And a friend of mine has just contacted me. And I'm going out for a swim again sometime late this afternoon. So topping and tailing the day with the swim, which is brilliant. But we're not here to talk about my swimming habits. We're here to have a chat with Frida. So just before we kicked off, Frida, you were saying that as much has happened to you kind of in the last 18 months and in kind of the previous 20 years. Do you want to kind of tell us about that?
Yes. So, it's the last 18 months. I mean, I would say it's since 2018. There has happened so much. So I had been in a relationship which went really terrible, and it was the father of my kids, my 5 kids. I have 6 kids in total, and we have with so to speak 12 in altogether. So yeah, we had a really tough time, and it was so tough that I decided to go to a women's shelter. So because of the toxicity in this relationship, it was not possible to stay any longer, and I felt really threatened. So after this, I moved with the kids into a shabby apartment. Then I found a house. Then I moved through the last years. I moved more than I guess 6 times with the kids. So it was quite exhausting. And I must say the kids are between 8 and 3 years old. So the twins are 3 years old, and I have an 8, 7, and 5 year old. So I was constantly living on autopilot, and was only reacting towards what was happening in my life. This shifted totally, which is really some kind of coincidence with Corona, because then I had found my house. I had found a bit calm. I had found support with the kids, and they had everything was set up in a way that I got back control over my life, so to speak. And I decided to join the Jay Shetty Certification School as a founding member because, yeah, I was following Jay since a while, and he was helping me tremendously with his meditations in these tough times to get back in contact to myself. And I saw him in a video fighting on a rooftop, doing kickboxing or boxing. I don't remember it that much, but this brought me to kickboxing. So I'm doing this since 2 years, which is really giving me so much power. So yeah, then I decided I will jump into the Jay Shetty Certification School because I was thinking it would be nice to do the live workshop with Jay, which was advertised. So I thought, okay, I will be in New York again. I will go to Broadway. I will have this little workshop with Jay and just feel the energy, and then I will go back. So it will be the first 5 days without my kids in this time. But as I set up everything else, this would be perfect. Yeah, then Corona came, and I really dived into the material and fell so much in love with it. I could not even imagine that this was possible because I already found my dream job in acting and in writing. So I was always very passionate in the way of expression through art. But then finding the expression in the human mind, human condition, really everything we are about, what our brain is about, what our options are, and so on. So I found out that I'm really helping people, and did my exam in October. And since then, I am in the Association for Coaching as an ambassador for spreading the benefits of coaching through society. So this is something what I'm passionate about, and I am having my wonderful clients. My business has set up very, very well, and I will have my first book in 6 weeks. Not that I wrote the whole book, but at least a chapter. And this is hopefully the start for more to come. So I feel that what's so great for me is the feeling that I finally understand more and more about my own power. Also by realizing the power of my clients, and this strength related approach, what I also experience with my children as well. But sometimes it's hard because you have your own triggers, and then you learn a lot through your children, and you can always do it better. I am a perfectionist, which is not a good thing, but I always think about how to improve in a very in a way which is not always good. But this also this coaching also helped me to improve on this. So, and yeah, due to Corona, where everything was shut down, I found so many people, so many friends, so many colleagues, so many wonderful connections that I had never before in my whole life. Not in this amount of people, and a lot of and amount of like-minded people. So I found so much love, and also, yeah, what I meant, this power of setting up your own life, and also understanding, when I think about the relationship, what how did I create my reality so terrible? So what was really going on there? And now I'm on this path, so really to unfolding my patterns in a way of growing through my triggers, and understanding more of my blind spots. So the more layers you peel from your psyche, from yourself, the more surprised you are how much power you really have, and how much power you still not use. So even if you're in your power, you're not in your power, and probably will never be.
You mentioned before we started recording that this isn't your first time as working as a coach.
This since October, since I set up.
Did you not mention that 20 years ago you were doing some coaching?
I have had some coaching.
Ah, right. Okay, you had.
As I was an actress. I was an actress, and so I got my first coach when I was, but I would say she was a mentor when I was 17, and she was an old actress in her 70s, or older actress in her 70s, and she just wanted to help me on my path to acting school. And she was my first mentor, and then I had a coach bringing me through the times of applying through acting schools. It's really hard to get a place there in Germany. You have there are maybe 1,000 people those times 1,000 people who apply for 7 options to go to school there. So then I had during school and after school always coaches working with me. As we know, coaching comes from the athletes and the actors, and so this is I had never ever considered this for myself. I don't know why, but it never occurred to me that I might be good at it. In a way, I would have when I look back, I think I felt too shy. So I just thought I would not have the bravery to become a coach. And so I became an accidentally. I found my power accidentally.
What would you say is the main difference between the way people coached you when you were a young person and the way you do coaching now?
The difference is more about the it was maybe even more bold in a way. So as an acting coach, you are you're working with the people in their roles. So you might ask, for example, the powerful questions, but you would go deeper in a way of you would not be so aware of the harm you could do. This is what I think when I think back of my coaches, especially of one who was very good. Another one, she was more aware of the harm, but she was not so much aware. So there were people suffering because of this, but there were also people growing through their suffering in a way. And this is for me is really very important, not to cause any harm. So I like to go deep with the coaching, but I would say it's I'm a bit more slowing down to really be sure with yeah in the relationship with the client. So I don't want to push them too hard. I want to really help them grow. I don't want to pull the grass to grow faster, and I don't want to push them so hard in a direction like pushing them in a role, into their role, what they might find in this role. This would be maybe in acting. You have a certain time and they need to fit in this role and need to unfold this role. But I think we as human beings, we need something else to really always reconnect with ourselves and see all the options we can grow in every direction. So it's also goal related, but it's more about the variety of options, which I still don't want the client to cut too fast all the time. I want to have them re-elevations again if we are on the right path and so on. So maybe acting coaching is a bit more speedway.
So what you're saying is then the difference between kind of the coaches you had as a young person, they were more assertive. They were pushing you to do things quicker and to cut through stuff a lot faster, whereas the approach, Jay Shetty's approach, is a much softer approach.
I would say, in a way, a deeper approach, but not so dramatic. So what I mean is, it was with acting, it was very much about the emotions and about the really going to the core no matter what and pushing you through. And so this is more about also reflecting and taking the time it takes in a healthy way. So acting is not always healthy, to be honest.
Do you have a coach now? Because obviously
Yeah.
you were coached by Jay to become a coach, but do you have a coach now who's helping you kind of go through all the stuff that you've been through?
I have a therapist, and I have a mentor, and I have a coach. And I have a personal trainer. So I really, really believe in the power of coaching. So I would not trust anybody who is a coach who has not a coach.
So what's the difference then to you between a coach and a mentor?
I am sometimes also mentoring. So the difference is that as a coach, I would not give any advice. And as a mentor, I would lead a bit more in a way that if my client, for example, also will become a coach and ask for some advice at certain moments in a way of how to move further, I would not shy so much away. I would break up the coaching in certain areas and say what I feel, what might be helpful, what they might want to play with the ideas, and what not like a counselor, do this and that, or yeah, business counseling or whatever. It's not so. The client defines the goal, and when I think I have I have more to say towards this, I would not shy away and do so. And of course, in contact with the client if it's wanted, because some really want to have a bit more than the coaching and want to benefit from my experience as well.
So what helped you the most get through this difficult kind of 18 months that you've been through?
What helped me the most? The kickboxing, definitely, the exercise, then community, really finding like-minded people, understanding that you're not alone. Also, just putting your thoughts in words and not always getting lost in your own head. Journaling helped, really reflecting on what I experienced and how to let go of the past was a very, very important chapter, so to speak. It was I had really trouble with letting go, and understanding that sticking to resentment or to anger and sadness and really I was stuck in the feeling of, why do people behave like this? Why, in the kind of victim mindset, why couldn't I make them become better people? Because in my opinion, there is a chance that others understand to become better. And this is what I always need to remind myself, that I am not there for creating other people in a way that they will become better persons. Is their choice if they want to become better person. It's, you can do whatever you like to. They will never ever understand what you're talking about. And Dr. Shefali said something very what is so spot on, how I see it. It's I was in the trap that I thought, when people are intelligent and they just need that, there is this still this one thing they need to understand, and then they get wisdom. But wisdom and intelligence are two different things. You need to have intelligence to become wise and to have wisdom, but if you are intelligent, it does not mean that you have wisdom. When you have wisdom, it means you are also intelligent. But if you're intelligent, it does not mean at all that you necessarily will develop some deeper wisdom.
Where does wisdom come from then?
I would say from a deeper connection to the heart and to the ability of being empathetic and putting yourself in the shoes of others. So this connection from the heart and the mind and the soul. So I find it interesting. You know, we had a terrible flood in Germany and Belgium and Netherlands. I don't know if you heard. So now I have a client. She is involved there and she's a helper now. So now currently I'm not coaching her. I'm just working with her through the situation, how it is now. Just this is my way to support. So we stop the coaching and just went into the helping area just to have a conversation about situations. So she and the way she can be supported in this moment. And it's so interesting because people are helping each other tremendously now. All the neighborhoods, like there were lots of old people living in one town, for example, and they were a bit kind of racist, you know. So thinking about, oh, well, what kind of foreigners living here also, and we don't like them so much. So now it's the foreigners who are like them, had lost things, but they are all helping each other. So the mindset will also shift. So there is another wonderful thing going on in the disaster, in the catastrophe, when you see all the, everything is really down. And there are a few people who take advantage, who, when the flood came, they went into a jewelry shop and just stole the stuff. So they had not even, they realized, okay, here is something going on, and they took advantage. And before I was thinking, like, what is wrong with them? And you can fix them in a way that people are not behaving. But now I really, when I thought about it this time, I was okay. No, there are people who are like this, and there will ever be people who are like this. And I am not the one who will fix those people. I will just see, okay, this is how they are. And it's my choice to choose another path and just see what's going on and taking another route.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We can't fix people. We can only choose our own path and help guide people down a different path if they want to go there. But if they don't, they don't. It's a matter of choice. It's always a matter of choice, and every decision we make is down to us.
Right.
So
right, totally. And also when I think about this, how I went into this toxic relationship, how I stayed there, how all of this had unfolded since my childhood, where the roots of it are, of course, as it always is, or as they always are. So this understanding that you really, really create your reality, and that it's not just words. And before I thought, oh, it's a bit esoteric, and yeah, maybe if you're lucky, or maybe then if my ego said, okay, yeah, you can, but I did not understand the way. So ego can also tell you you can do this, but the way ego does is not the way I understand it now. So there is a much deeper way to grow.
oh, there are always ways to grow. There's always, but everything stems from the decision and the choice you make, because a lot of people may think that they don't want to grow or don't need to grow, and others think, well, yes, but I don't know how to. So it's all about making the decision and then deciding which way you're going to go and how you're going to get there. But the thing is, a lot of people won't. They won't even bother to make that decision. Hence, like you said, you'll have people taking advantage of difficult situations.
Yeah, this is really something we need to live with, and I got this now. So it's what I also could let go of is the urge to convince others, not only to help, but also to convince that I am knowing better or whatever. So it's just not the point. So
No, I agree.
and I was so judgmental before. Also, before I did the whole coaching journey, I was so black and white in my head, and so I saw clearly certain things, but not on a way that was helpful, not for me and not for others. So this is also, people can understand something, but they can be stuck in an area of being judgmental, with the wrong idea of, if I'm not judgmental, then I am thinking that bad things are okay, or I am, yeah, I don't show my strong character to say what is good and what is wrong.
So, what's next for you? What does the future look like for you for the next few years?
I want to work as a coach, so I want to create now also group workshops and webinars. So I am looking forward to working with young adults, and I have written a chapter in a book with Jim Britt and Kevin Harrington. It's called Cracking the Rich Code, and I have written a chapter about perfectionism because, yeah, this is something I really struggle with still, and also have clients who struggle with it because you have a lot of visionaries who get stuck in this, yeah, in this mindset. And I would say this mindset has uh, led me in so many wrong directions in any part of my life, for example, in my personal life, in my professional life, that I have now learned how to live my life more free and, yeah, imperfectly perfect. So this is what I really need, or really like to work also on with my clients, because this letting go of perfectionism is really helpful in becoming a more colorful version of yourself, and just a better person, because it's when you put so much pressure on yourself and on others, it leads only to suffering. I'm still learning it. I'm still doing my mistakes, so I'm not a big fan of pretending if I have figured everything out, or you know, some coaches, you think, oh, they have figured it. No, I don't want people to think even that I think I have figured it out, because I haven't, but I have figured out what to do when you realize you haven't figured it out, and what you can do then. So
Frida, where's the best place for people to reach out to you?
it's www.fridabruhn.com.
Okay, and are you on sort of Facebook and Instagram and things like that?
I am on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, but www.fridabruhn.com, it's just about me. And if you want to have a conversation with me, finding out if coaching would be helpful to overcome your struggles and to move on, because this is really, yeah, if you want to move faster, get a coach. So what I said before with the acting and the coaching, it's still fast. So it's still much faster than if you try to figure it out alone.
Listen, thanks for your time today, Frida. Really appreciate it. Any final thoughts, any last words before we finish today?
Um, yeah, I would say what I find important is, only if we know better, we can do better. So this is something what is helping me so much, and it's it's not our duty to make other people realize and know how to know better. If they don't, we need to accept. We need to accept. But on the other hand, we can have this relaxation. If they knew better, they would do better. So it's keeping us. This is something like an affirmation which keeps me at peace with myself. So it keeps me at peace that I don't need to become active. If I realize, I mean, I would try, if people are interested and really want to move. This is not what I mean. I mean, really, when I see there's somebody not wanting to know better, I would just let him or her be the way they are, and then if they would find out, they would do. But having this peace is such a gift, and I can imagine that many people are still where I was. in this tension of feeling the urge to change others and not starting with themselves and finding the peace in themselves first, and trust it. It is said, trust the universe. Whatever you think about the universe, whatever you think about trust, but just let it go is a good way to start to move on.
Brilliant. Thank you for your time today, Frida. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye now.
Bye.